name is Daniel Belleville, and in the previous video we looked at the portfolio management value stream, and before that we looked at business design as a value stream. And really what those are is a capture of our current state, right? The strategic direction of our company, what we'd like to change, and what are the assets that we have within our organization, some of which need to be rationalized. And how do we go about executing rationalization on those assets? Well, that's through the execution value stream, right? Through these different use cases. So business process management, solution architecture management, and governance, risk, and compliance. So taking a look at business process management, this is really where we capture what our business processes look like, the taxonomy of those. And that's a level down from the capabilities, right? So capabilities are the what of our organization. The business processes are the how. So if I drill into this process framework, this is where we have a high-level hierarchy of what our business processes are, and I can drill down further to see kind of the sub-processes of those top-level business processes. I can run analysis against these to see where bottlenecks might occur. So if I wanted to see maybe my process maturity, right, I can run an analysis against that to see anything that's kind of highlighted red or orange here might need some attention within my organization. And I can actually drill into a specific process here and see what it looks like as a current state. And I can run an analysis against it for its mean processing time, right? And start to identify where bottlenecks are, which is causing my process to score low on that view previous to this one. Once I understand, what the issue is here, right, I can start to model out what the different scenarios could be to address these issues. And here's an example of what a side-by-side comparison looks like from a current state to a target state. And I can still run that mean processing time to kind of prove that, I've made changes to this process that are going to help, improve its performance within my organization. So here we can see if I look at the target state specifically, I've actually removed an entire swim lane and consolidated some tasks within this process to improve its mean processing time. And I'll run that analysis one more time so that we can see what that looks like. And we can also see here that the applications are labeled underneath each task that are being affected by this process. So the digital payments platform is the application that I'll be rationalizing to address this process issue. Taking a step back, I'll look at the next use case. So now that we understand, from a business process level, what can be optimized within our organization, how do we go about executing that from a solution architecture perspective, right? How do we replace applications within our organization? So if I drill into this architecture design here, this is really kind of the step-by-step process that a solution architect would go through in order to address these issues, right? Mapping everything from capabilities down to the applications and of course the processes down to the actual deployment of these applications, right? So if I drill into this kind of side-by-side comparison, similar to that business process view, this is actually a side-by-side comparison of the applications and the processes that they serve. So we can see on the left-hand side what the current state looks like, and on the right-hand side, that digital payments platform is the new application that I'm introducing to address the issues within my organization. And I can even, model out what the deployment of these look like, right, from an AWS perspective. And then let's take a look at the last use case here, governance, risk, and compliance. So as I'm modeling out my current states and my target states of my organization, we can really apply governance to these things so that the modeling of our organization is consistent throughout the organization, and we can actually track what's happening from a modeling level into a dashboard. So this is our architecture governance dashboard, where as things are being created, they're also being submitted for review and they're being approved, right, by specific architects within my organization. So this is an example of a dashboard that kind of tracks that information as things move through the architecture process, right? We can filter by, project manager here, and that'll filter down the different, aspects of my dashboard, the different visualizations. Or I can even scroll down and I can understand, from a table perspective, what are the different things that are being worked on, submitted for review, and eventually being approved, right? Okay, so taking a step back to that previous landing page here, this really covers all of the 9 use cases you see here on the screen, right? The business design, the portfolio management, and the execution value streams. This is kind of the overall framework. But one thing to remember is that you don't have to do all of these use cases to drive value from our platform. You really can drill into any one of these and begin there. But tying them all together really does help bring overall value from a strategy to an execution within your organization. Again, my name is Daniel Belleville, and thank you for your time.